Now I'm going to take a slightly different approach than the textbook. Okay, so I'm going to first look at how to compute net requirements. Okay, and ignore lead time. Okay, once we have figured out how to do net requirement from gross requirement, okay, where we look at the available inventory, and then we will bring in the lead time. So we're going to look at this bill of material structure where we have product A requiring 2 units of B, 3 units of C, and so on. So we need to look at the gross requirements in the same order as the low level. So we have to first look at all the items in level 0. Okay, you have to write it down because if the item is in two different levels, then keep you should use the deepest level as the level code. Okay, remember that. Okay, so first thing, suppose let's go ahead and assume that there are A through F items. Okay, so there are some on-hand availabilities. So these are the on-hand inventories for all of these items. Okay, so now you have to translate the bill of materials into a table here. So how many units of each of these items is required for the parent item? So A is the parent item, ultimate parent, so you don't need A for anything else. For B, okay, you need 2 units of B for A, right? And then that's it. You don't need B for anything else. Okay. C, you need 3 units of C for A, and that's it. C doesn't appear anywhere, so you don't need C after that. Now D, so D, you need 2 units of D for B, so it should be here. Okay. And you don't need D anywhere else, so that's it. Now E, you need 3 units for B and 1 unit for C. So E, 3 units for B and 1 for C. Now F is 2 units for C. That's it. It appears only one place. All right. So these are the required. Okay, remember, these are how many units you require for 1 unit of the parent. All of this. So now let's start with a requirement. So this is given. Suppose if we want to produce 50 units of item A, right? So how many units of each of these dependent items you require for the production of 50 units of the independent demand item? A is the final product. So first thing to do is to find the net requirement. So you have 50 units in hand. You need 50 units, but you have 10 units on hand. So that's your net. Okay. But actually, what if your on hand was more than 50? Suppose if on hand was 60, then you end up with a net of minus 10, right? So your formula should be careful. Okay. So what you need to do is to say max of that or 0. So if it is negative net requirement, which means you don't need anything. So now if the on hand exceeds grows, you'll just have a net of 0. Okay. Now you know how many units of A, okay, you need. So now you look at the level. Okay. So here it's a good idea to list the levels and the items 0, 1, and 2, right? So items is A, then B and C, and then D and E is the last one. Okay. Okay. So now how many units of B you need? Okay. Now you look at B row. So you need 2 for A, and that's it, nothing else. So you go 2 times the net. Okay, you need B only for the net requirement of the parent. So 10 units are already on hand. So you need only 40, so that's it. Okay. So now you can copy that down. So then you have that minus that, or 0 if it is negative. Okay. Actually, you can copy this all the way down. So we need to build only the formulas for grows. So C, you need 3 units for each A. So times net of A. Okay. Now D, you need 2 units for each B. So each B is that. Okay. Now E, you need 3 for B and 1 for C. So 3 for B plus 1 for C. All right. And then finally F, you need 2 for each C. So this gives us a schedule of the net requirements. But of course, some of these items may have different lead times. So the net requirements themselves may vary when you bring in lead times. That we will do next.